From today, I'm going to be starting a course of around 10 lectures every Saturday. The classes are going to be 1 hour. And our intent is that we become enlightened in these very, very exciting times. There is no other. I know that a lot of people have been laid off. A lot of people are having issues, etc. But everything that is happening, there is a hidden reason for it. And the reason is hidden so that we have fun, basically. So I'm trying to get the background out of the picture for a minute. But if it's over like that, then that means that that's what it's meant to be, and no more of that. But if I can, I'll try to get the... Now without the COVID, we can be in Hawaii or anywhere. And if that's what we think, jestli nam kajet sasto miwa gavai. Think of it like this. The whole of the universe, the whole eternity, sia bechna selene, praiskodit, Vashem says, the eternity is happening inside your heart. If something is not right in the universe, which is basically your assumption, but your heart is fine, your heart is smiling, you are enlightened, you're already there. That is the first assumption or axiom with which we start all the lectures. That your heart, God is not someone somewhere. Bog ni gide to. Vatoim says, inside your heart is God, and God is the omnipotent power to smile. That's all. If your heart is smiling, you are enlightened. If you're focused on the external world, chances are you're not going to be having a smiling heart, and thereby not enlightened. Very, very simple. Enlightenment, просветление не скрывается за какой-то тайной мистикой или так далее. Сердце улыбается и просветленный. Внутри тебя есть свет, ты просветленный. Inside of you there is light. From your heart, streaming out, you are enlightened. If you don't have that streaming, if your heart, you have practiced meditation, you have been to India, you have been to n number of places, you have played with all the energies. But if your heart is not shining and smiling, you're not enlightened. So instead of going this whole route of doing thousands of types of mystical things and thinking that somewhere is some Indian guy, some guru, some teacher, someone over out there, we have to find that strength to smile and be enlightened by finding our own guru inside us. And that guru is your willpower right now, which enables you to smile from the heart. It does not take anything. Everything else is a stepping stone. Вам не нужно какой-то очень мистический путь и куда-то ехать и так далее. Божественная сила во вашем сердце, который дает вам возможность улыбаться сердцем. Сердце улыбается, все прекрасно. When your heart is smiling, you are in a perfect place, no matter whether the background is like this or something like that. So that's the first axiom, that instead of doing 1 hour or 2 of meditation and then getting to a place where you can meditate, but the basic thing is that you, instead of thinking that there is some way that you can be enlightened, you have to go with the assumption that you are already enlightened. So that everything else is a stepping stone for it. And enlightenment is just the ability to smile from your heart. And if I have to be repetitive, если мне приходится повторять, repetition in the word of enlightenment learning is the hammer striking at the nail. Your ego, your way of thinking is the hammer, is the nail, and the teaching is the hammer. So every time that it goes in, it sinks in more and more and more and more and more. The focus is that instead of starting from a point of assumption, oh my God, I want to be enlightened. I want to understand unconditional love. I want to understand this mystic message which the teacher is having. No, 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 no. Go with the assumption that you already know it, and I'm helping you to remember. It's like you had a few drinks yesterday and you forgot everything that you did and all that, and you forgot that you're enlightened. So right now, I'm helping you to remember that, guys, the whole living on this planet is like your night out, you're drinking, etc. And then the next day you wake up and you feel, oh, I'm not enlightened, etc. And here I come, and you click on, and I'm just reminding you. So the assumption is, the point is that enlightenment is your smiling heart inside you, ever present. But that ever presentness, this, we cover it up when we focus on the external world. When we, когда мы фокусируем на окружающий мир, мы перестаем обратить внимание на свою внутреннюю силу улыбаться. So when, instead of that, you are going to get some teachings that will make you enlightened and that will make you energetically powerful, you have to go it on the other way around, that you already have these things as a potential, and I can guarantee it to you that you have it. And you just have to remember, oh, shoot, I have it. And then it's a different thing. But then you don't have to struggle to get something. You just have to let go of who you do not think you are not. What that means is, you have to let go of whatever you think you are. And then you can remember who you are not. You are not your body. So, but the point is, every day we open our eyes, we see ourselves in this body, and within a second, we are like the creator, God, the God who created the world in 7 days, the God who, Vishnu, who woke up and created Brahma, and then Brahma created the world. Or in any mythology or any religious circle, there is a creator creating something. It's exactly the same thing when you're waking up. You're awakening and you're creating this huge world. And it depends upon you it depends upon you, exactly upon you, what sort of a world you make. Do you make a world in which people have fear and this and that, and it all is decided in the area of your heart? Весь мир вы строите как творитель с утра, и вы решаете, какой это мир. You decide every day what is the world that you are going to be living in. There are two realities. You have to understand that. Now, I'll ask everyone, ya paproshu sake, everyone to close their eyes and imagine that you are an angel of unconditional love. Pritvarete sto vi angeli bezuslovne ljubi. Just imagine, pritvarete. Imagine that you are an angel of pure love in this body, which is like a home or your car, or it's like your suit. That's all. Imagine that. Now go deep into this imaginary feeling. Even deeper. Go beyond imagination to know that you are unlimited. You are infinite. When you think of your clothes. You don't think that these clothes are you. If your clothes get old and you have to throw them away, you throw them away. If your car gets old, you get a new car. If your house gets whatever reasons you want to escape or change. So whenever we imagine, and we imagine it strongly, then that becomes our reality. So in that way, we are the creators, we are Vishnu, we are God, the creator, in no less terms. The world has got two realities. So everyone, including the ones who just joined, close your eyes close your eyes so that you don't focus on the external world and you get in touch with the internal power of creation inside you. To get to the power of creation, when your eyes are closed, you can unfocus, defocus, deprioritize the external world. It's like you are in a movie hall and you are feeling the movie so much, the screen, etc. And now, by closing your eyes, you see, oh, I'm sitting in a movie hall. The actors were actually having all those problems. It wasn't really me. I'm safe and sound. The movie had so much deaths and this all, but nothing is happening to me or happened to. I just enjoyed the movie. Visechas, focusuruete nutri sibya, nasilu lubvi, ivia saznayote. So vi twarita. You are God in your heart, but you have to awaken that self. You have to acknowledge the power you have. Vidajni asaznat, priznat, uznavat, sila bezuslovne lubbi vaserse. Just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge it with the mantra. You will all feel the mantra. I don't want you in a stage where you can hear the mantra. That is not important. I want you to feel the mantra. I want you to feel the vibration. When everyone breathes in, I want you to breathe in the clarity. Aham. Aham means I am. Brahmasmi. Brahmasmi means I am the creator. And you breathe in and it goes to your heart and it shakes your consciousness. Everyone together. Aham. It goes to your heart, shaking your consciousness. Brahmasmi. I am Brahma. I am the creator. I give to myself the power to smile, to enjoy the world, no matter what happens in the world, whether there is COVID, whether there is my own physical death which is going to be happening. COVID is such a blessing. I am 55, and this virus is going to take care of everyone who is above 55. So I value my life more. And people who are now 25, 30, if the world changes and now everyone at 55 is going to be dying, great. The people who are still alive will have more intense life instead of living till 90, 99, 110 and just being on all those tubes, etc. I know that there are articles on the news about people who are doing something above 55. Very few ladies, very few. I get calls from people of my age, 65 years old. Yesterday, some lady called me, 65-year-old. And she was so worried because she told me that the third time she has been caught on with the online scam. She told me, I know that these photographs are fakes. And it was so surprising that there are 3 or 4 photographs. One is of an American soldier, one is a Marine, one is of a captain, and one is of a heart surgery specialist. And these photographs, these people have told on the internet, my photograph is being used for online scamming. And some of the people, these 60, 55 plus old looking for boyfriends and girlfriends, know that these photographs are fake, but they want love so desperately. They fall for it. And it starts off with this person saying, oh, I lost my cell phone. Please send me $200. I'm in Iraq, or I'm in an oil rig and I dropped. And this, our desire for this unconditional love is so hot. Even when we know that we are making a mistake, we first send that $200 or 100, and these are like 60, 55 plus, all of these. These are like grandfathers and grandmothers. And we all start acting like our grandchildren. We try to forget, and we don't really see the mirror, and we start doing stupidity. And I've met people who lost their houses. Last time I was in Vancouver, a grandmother came and she was crying, I don't have anything to give. I said, I'd never take. She said, I lost my husband to this 35-year-old boyfriend that I found. So there is a race, there is a lot of things happening. It's all in the external world. So the point is, if after 55 we are not able to provide value, then the COVID is helping us out. Nothing in the universe is bad, because you are the creator. Ничего во Вселенной не может быть отрицательного, раз ты творитель. You are getting in touch with your inner consciousness. There are layers that we have put on, like me putting this jacket and t-shirt and this because I feel cold. We feel cold when we don't have enough unconditional love. But the secret of unconditional love is you can discover unconditional love only when you know who you are. Ana безусловной, безупречной любви только тогда, когда ты узнаешь, кто ты. And I'll explain it to you. Let's say Romeo met Juliet, the greatest love story on the planet. Let's say. Okay. Everyone wants to be a Romeo or Juliet. These are the role models of the people looking for love. But if Juliet would have said, Romeo, thou art so rich. For every hug, please, I want 500 golden coins or something, whatever the currency in Italy was at that time. What has just happened? It's become pragmatical. It has become practical. Yeah, for 500, I'll give you some amount of love. And Juliet and Romeo also says yes. And that's the way the world is functioning right now. Сейчас мир такой, он прагматический. Если Юлия сказала бы Ромео, Ромео, я буду твоей, но дай мне $500 за обнимание. То была бы прагматичная практичность, которая сейчас царствует в мире. But all of us who are in this room are spiritually guided. Мы все, которые в этом группе, мы духовные, we are all spiritually powered. We will be laughing at such love, knowing that this is not love. Why? Because if Juliet says that she wants something, means that she has a fear of something. If you are really loving, you won't have conditions, because conditions means that you have a fear. Each condition that you have in your mind is driven by a fear. If you say, я хочу такого человека, но не хочу бедного, means that you have the fear of money. Most of the women will be saying, I would like a person, but I would like him to be rich, and I would like him to be good looking, and I would like him to be this. So each condition is a deep-rooted fear in you. That's why most of the people nowadays, in spite of all these communications, are lonely, because you have conditions. Supposing you become unconditional in love, and you say, I want unconditional love, and I want the companionship of a nice guy. You will get it. Or you would say, I want a companion of a nice person from the other sex. You will get it 100%, right? Because the universe has got 7 billion and there are 3 billion from the opposite sex. And even when you reduce it out, etc., there are millions of possibilities. But when you start saying, I want this, and they keep on going down. Because it will be whether the person you can meet, maybe 100 to 1. Maybe you meet 20 people or 400 people. Whether this person will be rich, maybe yes, maybe no. So out of 100, maybe 50. Then you say he should be 3 years older than me. So again, from those 50, it becomes 25. Then you say his figure should be like this, and it becomes like 20 to 15%. And then it becomes he should be having these conditions. And at the last would be that he should love me. And that depends upon him. So that's why people are alone. Because you have conditions, but conditions are based on your fear. Все условия сопровождаются из-за какого-то страха. But when you go to the deepest part of your heart by saying, Aham Brahmasmi, I am the creator of the universe. Now there are two realities. This reality deep in using your imagination to go deep inside yourself. You can't touch it, you can't feel. You can feel it, but it does not come under your 5 senses. It's hidden knowledge deep inside you. But here is the twist. This deep inside reality is more real than the world in which you are functioning. And you can say, no, the word I have to get to the office, I have this person, the word is having this, that. Lots of things happening on the planet. And that's why it's not real. And I'll explain. The world around you, mir katoria kruja, astyani izmenение. The world around you has got so many things changing. The world is already not where when this lecture started. This earth has shifted because it's going around with thousands of kilometers straight. So we are not in the same space. We are obviously not in the same time. Around 10, 20 minutes have passed. So we are not in the same time. So many people, 7 billion of them are doing something. The nature is moving. So many things are dynamically moving in the universe. Not only Earth, but the whole universe is changing. And so it is in transition. Everything is in transition. Все меняется. 7 биллионов людей шевелится. Вселенная шевелится. Земля шевелится. Время изменилось. Пространство изменилось. Время Земля уже крутится со большой скоростью. So everything has changed. Все изменилось. И потихоньку, very slowly, your consciousness is awakening. It is awakening, but it's still. So the world around is changing always. So it is transitory and therefore not real. Because the good is changing to bad, the bad is changing to good, and it's all a game of contrast, yin and yang, one to another, life to death, death to life, happiness, sadness, this, that, etc. And when everything is changing, you can't judge. Because out of the good things, bad things are happening. I come from India, like you will feel, oh my God, what a place and all that. And you will see roses growing where there was cow dung, just so that you know that cow is treated as a holy animal and its dung is collected by people, sometimes to be used as coal, sometimes as fertilizer. So you see this whole cycle of good grass and food and everything going through these huge cycles and turning into something else and turning into something. And you can't have a judgment. Just like if a person wins a lottery, supposing someone wins a lottery and then starts to drink more or spend more and then leaves his family and gets a 25-year-old, which I'm speaking concrete like examples. 60-year-old in Russia are getting married to 25-year-old, and they are going crazy slowly because you are sleeping with someone the age of your daughter. You wake up and your daughter is near you. And most of the time, some of the women have complained. The daughters and the lovers that these men take up are very similar because the mother is like the person that this person liked, the mother in her prime, and then they have the same fixation. So if you like a blonde, tall, you're going to get a blonde, tall lover, and probably your wife was also like that. So chances are your daughter are also like that. So it becomes very, very messy. There's cycles happening in the external world. But everything changes in reference to something. The train moves, but the tracks don't. The tracks, in contrast to the earth, doesn't. Or rather, they move at the same framework. But the earth is moving in reference to moon and everything. But deep inside you is something that is immutable. Deep inside each one of us is what the Christians call the Holy Ghost, Father, Son, and what's the third element? The Holy Ghost. Something which with the senses cannot be understood. So that holiness inside you is being awakened when you remember. This clarity is flowing through me to you, so that your consciousness at the heart level gets awakened. So it's not something that you're getting, but rather a stream of clarity. Let it wash out. Pust patok jasnost, освободит от пили неясности и грязя, который покрывает ваши естественные, истинные, божественные сила безусловной любви во вашем сердце. Everyone, with closed eyes, just gently breathe in, and everyone is connected. We are in the same time right now, so we are all connected. Space is not separating, it is connecting us. Время и пространство и земля нас соединяет. Мы одна сила. So when I say, oh, aham, just breathe in gently, aham, and let that clarity go to your heart. Just imagine, deep in your imagination, is going to your heart, striking the heart, and shaking your consciousness. Она трясет ваше сознание. Вы думали, я свое тело, у меня зовут это, у меня такая. You thought that you have this body, and you had this life, and you had these parents, and you have this partner, and the partner is good, bad, and children good or bad, life good or bad, COVID good or bad, world good or bad, everything is in your imagination. But now you're imagining to go to the reality beyond imagination. Deep inside yourself, aham brahmasmi. From the Vedas it means I am Brahma, and Brahma is the creator. So every day when you wake up, you are the Brahma. You create your world. The sun can be very powerful, but if you close your eyes, you are the sun. And when you decide that since you are the creator, you create a word of love. Why? If you can create a word and it has everything but love, it's a useless word. Who would want? All of us are spiritual. Spirituality is just another name for love. So, all that we are concerned about is the main power, main force of love in our heart, which was dormant. And because of fear, is-a raznih strahov ona bila nakrita pilju. But we are now unconditional love. We look for love because that is who we are. But when we find that we are this love, this energy of creation, it is pure love. How can you be angry at a word which has been created by you? Now the word has got again two realities. The world that you are discovering, tot mir katur vi se čas probuzdaete, Возбуждает внутри себя. Пробуждение лучше всего. The word that you are awakening inside your heart as the creator is the immutable, holy, divine, unconditional power of love. And it is the real reality, because that never changes. Even you will die, you will give this body. That energy of pure love will still just change form in some other way. No one can, all of you try to imagine a time when you were not there. You can see, most of you can see stars in your mind right now, and which is true. You have been here, you will be here, you are here. You are eternity. Aham, breathe in. Aham, the clarity, let it change your consciousness of being, thinking small. Oh, I am this body, I have this name, I have this life. Let it all go. Brahmasmi. You are the creator. You are a force of pure love. You don't have to look for love anywhere or in anything. You enjoy the world. Vi sila chisteshe bezuprochne lubfi. All the conditions were there because you had some fear in your life. I want money. So you thought that you are poor. So you wanted money, and you thought that you are not loved. So you thought that, I need a partner or this or that, etc. But your life is a play which is written by the higher you. You yourself wrote the story of your life. You are perfect. And you came to this world with a scenario, the director, the actor. Everyone isn't everyone the hero or heroine of their own movie? They are. By playing the role through your body, only you are the main hero. No one can judge you for whatever you have done or not done. So you let go of all your judgments and you become one and awaken the power of Aham Brahmasmi. Now the physical word of changes, it's a co-authored word. Mir izmenjenje, kateri nas okružuje, v katerem je skovedi, bolezni, drugi ljudi in tako dalje. Это мир, сотворители, которыми являемся, но режиссеры мы, актеры мы играем сами свои роли. We are the directors, we are the screenwriters. We wrote the story of our life. We wrote that we will be cheated at this time. We wrote that we will be hit by this time. We wrote a huge story full of adventures, spiritual adventures. So the more tough life you have, the more you have enjoyed the planet. If you are 34 and you are dying of cancer and there's nothing that can be done about it, means that's the way it is. You wrote a very scenario in which you put up a lot of problems for yourself so that when we die, you can say, yay, I had the toughest life, and everyone would be saying, yeah. I wrote a life, I was born in an Indian body. Yay! Some people will say, I was an immigrant in Canada. Yay! Someone will say, I had this disease all my life. Yay! Someone will say, I always had problems in partnerships and this and that and this. So whatever your challenges are, you are meant to enjoy them. You are meant to enjoy them. You created the challenge, but they were never meant to be taken too seriously. Your challenges in the transitory world were never meant to be taken too seriously. This thing, and then you get even more diseases, because one is you play the part of being just a simple human being with this and that, etc., this life and that, and this parent and that problem and that office and that boss and this thing what the girlfriend said and this thing what the boyfriend said and all these things and this looking for job, money, this, all these things. We are just supposed to enjoy them. Do our best. Whatever it's like going from A to B, you try your best not to have an accident. But if you have an accident, means that the whole universe needed that accident. Let it be. But you are a careful driver. and you enjoy whatever life you have. And the more problems you have, the more you have learned, the more you have evolved. If you don't break the cocoon, everyone, including kings and queens, have problem. But supposing your life was, you were born very rich and you never had to struggle, and everyone that you looked at, they loved you, you loved them and everything and everyone, and then you die and there's no drama. And these are the people who have less drama, are the ones that need the most to be pitied about. Those are the people that need pity because they came on this planet, did not learn anything. So, aham brahmasmi. You breathe in aham. Everyone breathe in. Aham brahmasmi once more means I am God, the creator. And what is God, the creator? Unconditional love. And you cannot have any judgment on the external world because you are part of the creator. You are co-authors of the external world, but of your own world and universe, you are the total God. And no one can interfere in that. Aham brahmasmi. So 7 times as we breathe in, you're going to be radiating. When I say aham, you breathe in clarity. I don't want people listening to the mystic words and like a parrot at a surface level. These meditations are not meant to make you feel good and energy-wise and this and that. These meditations that are flowing through me are meant to change your personality so that you die happily today, and tomorrow when the consciousness of Creator awakens. Вы сегодня радостно умираете, завтра, когда встаете с утра, то творитель счастья внутри вас активирован, и вы принимаете все в своей жизни слегка, радостно. So that you die today, when you go to sleep, there is an apocalypse, and when tomorrow you are awakened, the power of the Creator, the original power of unconditional love is activated in your heart as shining sun. The sun burns itself for others. Unconditional love is only for those who know how to burn themselves for others. Безусловная любовь – это монополия тех, которые умеют гореть ради других. Everyone who starts to live on this planet and starts to live for their car, for their body and car is the same, or for their house, which is basically another way of saying clothes and all that, is nowhere. Or people, I have this thing in my idea. Sometimes people take meditation and then, oh, I had this energy. Energy comes and goes. It's good that you feel energy, but energy comes and goes. We are focused. Mera bolte hain. We are working with your consciousness. When your pure consciousness is awakened with Aham Brahmasmi, I am the creator, then how can you see anything imperfect in the world? You are the mother. You don't see any defect in your child. The other can say, oh, this child is like very ugly child, this and that, and it may be true. The world is maybe an ugly place, but you are the mother. You are the creator. You have to be like that hockey mom. The world is your kid, naughty, not listening to you, angry, teenager kid, better maybe. But you are the mother. So you have to love it. And when out of all of you, there is a flow of golden love happening on the planet, the balance starts to change because there are so many people, desperate people. Oh, this coronavirus will get me, this thing will get me. And they have so many conditions, these fears of this thing, because they don't have their consciousness awakened. They are living, I only have this life, I only have this body, I have to take care of this body. What's in it for me? That's the mantra of our society. Just so that you know, when I go for a corporate meeting, that's the mantra. You have to understand what the other person wants, and then you say the same thing, and everyone is able to manipulate with that. What's in it for me? If you're talking with the other person, you understand what's in it for me. From the other person's perspective, you can control, and that's how all these babushkas and all these old ladies keep on getting hit, etc., because they're looking for boyfriend, the 40-year or 30-year-old Chinese and Indians in different places and Africa. They just send the right words. Oh, we love you unconditionally. We really love you. We really, really, really love you. And these people, everyone wants this, is looking for love.
So in reality, all these poor old ladies, old men, everyone gets scammed easily by cause hackers in different parts of the world press the key emotional weakness trigger points, and that is we love you. And these old people who are all over 55 like me, we should have been grateful to coronavirus and left the planet to make way for the young so that the young don't have to resort to such drastic measures. But if we are here, this call for love from love is a sublimation in reality of the call of the soul to God, and the body cannot stand in the way. That is why these old ladies, even though they knew that the photograph that was being used to ensnare them, trap them, you will be surprised to know there are just 3 or 4 such photographs. One is of a captain of a ship, one is of a heart surgeon. And this lady was telling me one that the photographs are so beautiful that she could not resist, even knowing that it is probably a fake because the words were, we love you. But we have to use now within awakened consciousness. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the creator, the universe is in me, I am an extension of universe, and universe is unconditional love. There is nothing else in the universe but unconditional love.
So the core of the message today is, everyone, please close your eyes. And the core mantra is, the teaching is Aham Brahmasmi. So Aham means I am. Brahmasmi is the Hindu Sanskrit word for the creator. So just like in the morning, every day in the morning, we open our eyes and we create our word. And how can we have judgment at a word which we have created? Mini mojema sudatmir katrimi sami torili. But to awaken this force of love inside you, close eyes, and when I say aham, everyone brings it. Aham. Let it go to your heart, shaking your consciousness. Useta sila aham, vdokhom kodet, trisyotsersa brahmasmi. 7 times. Aham brahmasmi. Aham brahma. And the sun is shining in your heart now. Sonse swetit sejas. A sun is shining in your heart, and you remember. Imagine that you are remembering, and it will become your reality. So use imagination to imagine that you are unconditional power of love. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. So when you are having on this planet any issues, then you are focused onto the external world. The external world is like a movie. But internally, you are perfect, unconditional love. You are pure love, and all the conditions on this planet are born because You had fears. And you had fears because you are taught, oh, I am this body, my name is Louis, my name is Arena, my name is Chi, my name is Max, my name is this. When you forget what the name of your clothes are, what the name of your house is, what the name of your body is, then you remember who you are, and you don't, it's not something from outside you're getting. You are removing the dirt from your pure spiritual energy in the deepest part of your heart. Snutrivasha says, legit passivne, agromne, niveratne, bezupriochne, sila divnasti. That which the Christians call Holy Ghost. That which the Jews call it Shekinah. It's the blessing of life flowing through everything and everyone. The tribals call it manna. It is the energy of pure love flowing through everyone and everyone. So when you remember that you are this energy and you're not this body, etc., you're not this costume that you took on. Then you remember who you are. And your job is to shine unconditional love, because there are so many things which are changing on the planet. The world has changing, the universe is changing, everything is changing, but deep inside you is something and that is unconditional, fearless. You have to be fearless. Vam nujna vastashat sastrakoms, to be bit bezuslovne patoklovri. You have to let go of your fears, but to become an unconditional source of love. To be that, and to let go of the fears, you have to remember who you are with the power of the mantra. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham, breathe in. Aham, so that it becomes a part of you. Aham, the energy, the clarity flowing through me to you, goes to your heart. Your heart becomes like the sun. Vasha says, the sun burns for others. That's what you are becoming. You are able to burn for others. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. That is the key. You're burning, your heart is burning, and burning all your fears. Vash. In your heart, all your fears and pain and anger, everything that you remember from the world which is always changing and therefore transitory and therefore not real, is burning in the power of the one that never changes. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. And you can either in your thoughts or in reality raise your hand like this. And you bless the universe. Aham Brahmasmi. The universe is created by you. You are the director. You are everything that is happening. All the problems, you wrote it in your life. So that when you die, you will have a sense of accomplishment. If you have a good life, which everyone wants, but a good life is a stupid life in which people don't develop spiritually. And you are all spiritually empowered people. Oh, Aham, breathe in. Brahmasmi. I am the creator of the universe. Aham Brahmasmi. And that creative power is the power that makes your heart smile and burn with gratitude, spreading love, light, and laughter everywhere, so that you become the balancing act. There are so many people who are full of fears, doing stupid things on the planet, irrational things, because they have fears. They are looking for love, because they have forgotten that each one of us is the source of love for everyone else. If we look for love for ourselves, then we are lost and done. But when we see ourselves as a source of love for others, unconditional, we just serve. The other person loves, doesn't matter. The other person gives, doesn't matter. You are the givers, while everyone else is just the taker. I want that in life this, I want in life that. You are the givers. You are the givers of blessing and unconditional love. And from the palm of your hand, your heart is open from the, you bless everything and everyone, especially the people who hurt you, and especially this incident. You bless. We adnimate i palmam soi. Rukoi kakiezel. Vi blagoslavljati seki sevo. Особенно те, которые носили, которые были причиной какого-то обида, переживания, страха. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the creator God. Next, today when I die, tomorrow when I wake up, I will know the sunny side of creation. I'll be a happy God. I'll be putting a filter of pure love into everything. I'll be like a mother seeing the world. No judgments in the world. No judgment. Corona is happening. Great. People above 55 should be leaving the planet. But people who do not have corona, then you guys value your life more and live more intensely. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. So that is the lesson for today. And if you have any question, I'm sorry there was a lot of probably the speaker, the internet. We live in a digital world and not everyone knows it, but so many people are working from home that it's really, really difficult. The internet is also crashing because everyone is using it now. So if you have any questions, that this is your job, you have to use the mantra Aham Brahmasmi. It's from the internet, you can check it up. It's one of the great 4 or 8 sayings that are there that give you the key to self-realization and self-enlightenment. Enlightenment is not somewhere in India or in my hands or in anyone's. Enlightenment is your power to smile from the heart and bless everyone. That is enlightenment. And this mantra that we have having, it will awaken. Now because of the COVID, etc., every Saturday, maybe an hour earlier, instead of 5 to 6, 5 to 6 in 6:30 in Vancouver, and works out to 8 to 9:30. Maybe an hour earlier, I'll decide with Lena. But we will have regular every Saturday meditations till this COVID is there, because more and more strange things are going to be happening, and we need to balance them. We need a small set of people who are not worldly. We live in the world, but we understand it to be an act of love. We live, you do your duty. Without doing your duty, you're all going to, no one can be self-realized if you run away from your duty. I meet people who went to Himalayas or this or that, etc. That all is just avoiding your duty. But you spend your life in service to others, you're good. And as Canadians, you're all good. Most of you are paying 40% taxes sometimes, right? So that's a huge amount of service. No one in India is doing that. No one in Russia is doing that. 40%, and then there's a 13 to 15% on everything you buy. So it becomes more than half of our salary goes into helping others. And it doesn't matter whether the politicians pocket it and this and that. We give with a good flowing heart. And even sometimes someone was complaining. I was like, so I was in an office and someone came to me and said, my husband is doing very advanced Buddhist meditations, etc. And very good. And the person was very communicative about it, very proud. Oh, most times Buddhist. And and after 2 days, someone wanted to be in a good book. So someone presented her, that lady with a Starbucks card, that this is a $10 card, and my sister works in the Starbucks. So when people return those cards, etc., they just use it. And she's 18, so I brought it for you with love and respect. And she, no, I cannot use it. My husband is Buddhist, etc. Okay, this $10 card, she assumed, was like shaking her up. But then she was saying that my husband is so smart, he doesn't pay any taxes. He makes more than a lot of money as a consultant. He never pays any Canadian taxes. He says, so how can that be? When you are becoming spiritualist and Buddhist, you let go of the things of the money. Like you pay to the government, you don't steal. Like you don't pay over, etc. You do a balancing act. But the point is, you become less pragmatical. You become less money focused. You become more about how can I serve this person, every person that you meet in your life. You have to ask, how can I serve this person? And maybe you will get something out of it, and maybe nothing. But that is the way of the sun burning, doesn't ask you, oh, how old are you? How is this? Doesn't have any condition because the sun is fearless. Солнце горит, он без, там нету страха, поэтому солнце, безусловно, дает всем улыбки и радость. Там нету такого, oh, I want this person to be like that. Everything about that, I want this person to be like that. Some people will say, oh, I want a relationship and I want this, but the person should be having these characteristics. And every time that you put up a characteristic, it's a condition born out of fear inside you. So when you become totally fearless, then even if you want a relationship, all you have to do is, I want to serve the universe. I want a person of the opposite sex to be with me, but I want to give love. Not that I want that person should give me love, because most of people are themselves looking like very, very frantically, desperately for love. So you all have to be the givers of love, unconditional love to everything and everything. Not only to the people who have got symmetrical good looks and are young, etc. You have to be, because that is the easy part. Then you are not enlightened. Enlightenment means no matter who you meet on the planet, you do Aham Brahmasmi, knowing that the other person is also a Brahma. The other person is also a creator of the same rank as you, and you are all co-authors of this planet. But inside you, the trick is that the same divine life force is flowing. The same unconditional love is flowing. And we have become we think very, very literary. So I was telling before, when adjusting the sound, that in 2007-8, there were so many bankruptcies because people read the book, The Secret, and they started willing themselves. I am willing myself. I am using the law. I'm going to be positive, and I'm going to be attract the Ferrari. I'm going to be attracting the person. And they overburnt their credit cards. They said, yes, I'm attracting this Mercedes, and they overused their credit cards, etc. And there were so many bankruptcies because of this. So the point is that these are thingies and toys. Unconditional love means spiritual love, so that you are not diminishing, and you're not ruled by fear. When you have a fear, then you say, I want this thing or that thing. Law of attraction doesn't mean that you will use your willpower, and we have awakened your consciousness with Aham Brahmasmi, the creator. So I'm going to create a world in which I have money, 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 because most of the people on the planet are saying abundance, but abundance that spirituality opens to you to is spiritual abundance, when your heart feels rich because you're giving love. And people can have all the Ferraris, all the Mercedes, all the cars, all the houses, or everything. If your heart is not smiling, you feel like a poor guy, and you live only for whatever is in your mind, whatever my idea, my life, my partnership, my relationship, my this. That's why the Beatles song is from the Enlightened ones. They got that song in India, going beyond I, me, mine. You let go of I, me, mine, and then whatever is left is this pure Aham Brahmasmi. And that doesn't need anything. That is an act of love on this planet, without which everything else is just a children's toy. And you offer this act of love to everyone, irrespective of what they look physically. If they are on the planet, means that they have the same divine force inside themselves. And you stop judging them. Oh, your actions were good or bad, because the good and the bad are always changing. The world around us is transitory, always changing, evolving. But inside you was a dormant force. Внутри была потенциальность, которая уснула. А сейчас Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham, you take in the energy of the clarity through your body, going to your heart. Aham. And your heart is exploding with clarity, spreading love, unconditional love, so that all your judgments, Aham, вдохом принимает все своим телом любовная энергия. Доходит до сердца, в сердце взрыва любви. Брахмасми. Aham, Brahmasmi. Aham, Brahmasmi. Good. So you are going to be working with the Aham Brahmasmi, and every Saturday we will be having a 1 hour session over out here. And because I try to share unconditional love, it is unconditional. So these meditations, these are a form of satsang, because otherwise, no matter how strong we are, if we won't have all these like-minded people around us, we will be feeling very, very insecure. Oh, maybe it is right to work for money and service and these things, because our senses cannot touch them. Nasze czувства, ощущения, не могут ощущать этого. But enlightenment is beyond senses, beyond reason, beyond intellect, beyond your power of thinking, beyond even your imagination. You use imagination to get there. But enlightenment is the clarity that you are deep inside you. You are the creator power, and the creator power is pure love, and love is a smiling heart. Brahmasmi. And you use your breathing and mantra to become one with this clarity. Just breathe in slowly. Brahmasmi. Bless everything and everyone. Brahmasmi. Bless everything that has happened in your life. Brahmasmi. Bless every incident that has happened in your life. Brahmasmi. You have full gratitude for everyone. You are the mother and father of the whole universe. Brahmasmi. 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 I'm going to raise my hand. Brahmasmi. Good. So next week we'll have these series of meditations, and each meditation will take probably 4 o'clock Vancouver time and 7 o'clock. So 1 hour earlier than this one. Okay. And again, it is unconditional. You guys have my email ID from this, or etc. You can get in touch with me. And if you want some session or something that you need to be clarified about your life, etc., you can reach out at any time. Okay, because it's all a dance. And when you reach out, and I can give you a session in which we can have a spiritual dance, so that you become enlightened even more and serve others. And that's how we work with the COVID. And that's how we understand that we are this unconditional love. And laws of attraction mean that you are able, whatever you have attracted, you have to love. Whatever you have attracted, you have to love. You don't use your willpower that, oh, I'm going to attract only this and that. Whatever you have attracted, you love. Take care. And Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. Okay, someone is asking for the email ID, so send it. If you have any questions, you can ask. If you don't have any questions, thank you. Again, the mantra, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. I will take care of the audio next time. So, till next time, guys. Take care.